Okay, I'd just like to remind you how to enter notes for your blues composition. You choose the bar and actually choose the rest that you'd like to enter notes into. In most cases, it'll be a semi-breve rest by default, but you go up here, choose the rest, and then choose the value that you'd like that to change to. In most cases, that'll be a crotchet, or what Musescore calls a quarter note. So I like to change my bar to crotchets. And remember, when you have these rests, all of these rests take the space of a note. So if you take the rest and try and put it up into space, you are cheating. You can't do that. There are meant to be 4 beats in this bar, and every beat counts. So the only choice is to leave it as a rest or to replace it with a note. So the first rest, I'm going to change to a crotchet note. It's already a crotchet, so I'm going to hit the N for note input, and then I can choose to put in a C. Now, I'll just remind you that we are using the blues scale. The blues scale notes are these here: C, E flat, that is a symbol for a flat, F, F sharp, the hashtag means semitone higher, G, B flat, not just a normal B, and C. If it's not in this list, you shouldn't be using it for your blues scale composition. You can use it for other music, but there's no D in here, there's no G flat, there's no A, so be very careful about the notes that you use. Incidentally, to get back and forth between these two screens, I am holding first the Alt key and then hitting Tab. So I'm going to put some other notes in. I'm going to change my rhythm. And this will automatically get the rhythm right for me. So if I go to the beginning and press the space bar, it'll play it. But if you'll recall, if you go back to your blues scale, that E should actually be an E flat. So there are 2 ways to do that. You can click on the note and then hit the down arrow, which doesn't always work, we discovered in class. So perhaps a more reliable method is to actually click on the flat. The note's got to be blue to do that. And you notice that it makes the other E's, if you have more E's in there, into natural. So you have a choice. You can delete that, delete the natural, or you can make them flats. But the trick is, and this we didn't get to discuss in class, is that if you make a note a flat, then all of the same note on that line will actually be flat, so they'll all sound the same. Okay, so this is my first bar, and I've done that by inputting notes on top of rests. For the next bar, I'm going to do the same thing, chop it up into rests. I might leave this as a rest and then put some of the other notes in on top of that. What's another note I can grab from blues scale? I went too far. I haven't put a G in, and maybe a B flat. So let's stick that in and see how it sounds. Don't really know until we hear it. I've got to hit note for note entry. Okay, now I've got to be careful because my B can't be a B natural. It's got to have that flat symbol in front of it or else it's not right. So I've got 2 choices, either down arrow or the more reliable, click on the note, make it flat. So my melody at the moment, I've left that rest in there, so I get this. I'm quite happy with that. And that's how you enter notes, remembering that you're going to choose them only from the blues scale. And if you put in TT like this, it's actually going to swing it. So instead of ta, TT, ta, TT, it's going to swing it. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti. So all you have to use basically is crotchets and quavers and keep some silence in there every once in a while. And that's how you start your blues composition.